Hey you guys, this is Tina Harlow with Guiding Bright, and I am here with Dr. Linda Silverman, who founded the Gifted Development Center in 1979. She has written over 300 books, chapters, articles, all kinds of things. She has a very large database of gifted individuals, and she has been in the field for 60 years now. So I'm thrilled to have you here, Linda.
Thank you,
Thanks
Tina.
for being here. So a while back now, in fact, you were the very first person I interviewed for the ebook. And I asked you, what one thing can parents do now to help their gifted child to thrive in the future? And without hesitation, you said respect. And I wanted to hear a little bit more about why you said respect.
I think respect is the most important thing that we can give any other individual in our lives. And sometimes we forget to give it to our children. We think that you respect your elders, so they should be respecting you, and we don't understand that it really has to be a two-way street.
Sometimes we parents are so busy that we don't even realize some of the things that our kids might be listening to or some of the ways that we come off to them. What suggestions do you have for parents on how they can really incorporate more respect of their children into their parenting?
When I talk with parent groups, I often do a little exercise. I ask parents to think about what they would be like if they were asking their mother-in-law to get off the telephone, and see themselves as if they were watching a movie. Watch their body language, their facial expressions, their wait time, the word choices that they use, and then imagine yourself asking your child to get off the telephone. Do you see a difference? If you see a difference, so does your child. And that translates as your parent deserves respect, but your child doesn't. And they want to be treated in the same way.
Yes, absolutely they do. And I know I talk with kids a lot of times in their homes, and they often feel like they're kind of invisible. They feel like people don't see them and don't value what they have to say. So I think respect was such an important one that I really love that you said respect. So is there anything else that you want to share about respect with parents?
I think childhood is a very small piece of the pie, and we forget that, especially when we're in the throes of parenting young children and we're responsible for them, and we think that our job is to make sure that they end up in the world as responsible human beings, and it's our fault if they don't. But in the way our lifespan is increasing, we're very likely, if all goes well and we're blessed, to have long lives. And the longer we live, the greater the chance is that there will be a role reversal and your children will be responsible for you.
So if people want to reach you, what's the best way for them to reach you? And you can also tell us a little bit about what the Gifted Development Center actually does.
We've tested about 6,500 kids in the last 40 years. And at this point, most of the kids that we test are highly, exceptionally, or profoundly gifted, or they're twice exceptional. I have a PhD in learning disabilities, and so I'm able to understand how exceptionalities interact with giftedness and how to get giftedness to show up in children who are disabled in some way or have neurodiversity that is not understood.
Where it's hidden, I guess.
Hidden, right. We use qualitative as well as quantitative methods. And if an IQ score doesn't make sense, given the child's developmental milestones, given the child's things that the child does at home or at school, or the vocabulary that the child uses, or the empathy that the child has, then we don't just trust that IQ score. It has to be, the child has to be looked at in terms of all of those variables to get a full picture of who this child is. So we do a different kind of testing than is done in the public schools. We have more time to do that and to look at qualitative as well as quantitative information. Our website is www.gifteddevelopment.com. And we can be reached either by email, gifted@gifteddevelopment.com, or by phone, 303-837-8378. And that's also 837-TEST.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. It's such an honor. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'd love to hear from you, so please reach out to me at my website, which is www.guidingbright.com, or on my Facebook page. And remember, as always, no matter what parenting challenges come your way, you've got this. We'll see you next time.